What is up, everybody? I'm No Lux Given, back with my first look at Fairy Tale Fables. So this is like a continuing first look here. And what I'd like to do, I was thinking about this for a little bit last night. I think what makes the most sense, while I don't know any of the cards, but also you guys don't know any of the cards, is to just get into the collection probably and take a look at the cards. We could try out a custom game, or a tutorial rather. Maybe I do like one beginner game, one advanced game, and then after that, we'll take a look at whatever we haven't seen yet. So I think that that's probably the best way to just jump into it here and get it started. So that is the plan, and it looks like even in these custom games, we can get 2 heroes for free, 2 options for free, and then 2 paid options. And there's 2 different ways to unlock. You can unlock with 100 fairy tales. I noticed this last night. There's ranking points and there's ranking points. No, all I have played so far is the tutorial and a whole bunch of Storybook Brawl. So I see that there's 2 different ranks. This kind of gives it away, I guess, a little bit that I haven't played anything else. Yeah, this is my very first time touching anything, and I thought that would be a good way to do it because a lot of viewers aren't going to know any of what's going on here either. 2 of your treasure choices are 1 level higher. Interesting. So this is like a Horde Dragon, but then it stops working. Wait, no, that's not what it is. You see two treasures of your level, and then 1 treasure. Yeah, I'm sure it won't take me too long to climb the ranks. I thought initially this was saying that your first 2 choices are like all 1 level, and then the hero power's dead. But I think what this means is when you discover a tier 3 treasure, instead you see 1 tier 4 treasure, 1 tier 4 treasure, and 1 tier 3 treasure. There's probably a better way I could have worded that, but interesting. Savitri, prevent your death 1 time. So I saw in, I believe on the Steam page, I think this said prevent your death 2 times. Now it says prevent your death once. Or it's a different hero with like almost the same ability. I doubt it. Sphinx, when you have exactly 1 mana and 0 gold. Your spells cost 0 gold. Okay, a lot of restrictions there. Kind of interesting. Savitri also has a bonus attack associated, and you have +1 treasure slot forever. The first time you combine a character, get to choose an additional treasure. Well, that's who I'd pick, but I don't want to buy any heroes to start things off. Yeah, Daedalus seems really cool. I agree with that, but I think I'll take Treasure Hamster. I had a hamster, and I was a big fan of Horde Dragon, so it seems good to me. I mean, I was also a huge fan of the Sphinx, though this seems like kind of a weird puzzle to try to figure out, especially the 1 mana aspect. It means that you have to cast a spell to get its ability online, but it seems like it could probably still be good. Your spells cost 0 gold, you just have to find a way to like refresh your mana. Otherwise, it's kind of just like a tempo-based hero, which is probably not where I want to be, and I want to see some cool treasures. This is kind of going to throw me off because I'm going to see a bunch of like treasures that I'm not supposed to see necessarily, but we're going to hunt for treasures pretty aggressively. And then looks like basic the basic bot fight, you only get 1 choice to pick on the first turn. That makes this option pretty straightforward. Increase your hero attack by +1 this fight. All right, straightforward. Okay, so now we've got everything on the screen. Now we're playing. Give a character +2/+2, keep the buff if you win. And then this is Mad Mim. Increase your hero attack by +1 this fight. All of these cards are terrible so far. But I suppose I'll do that. I think that's as good as it's going to get. I guess I I thought I had one free roll. Maybe you don't have one free roll on the early turns of the game. Okay, so I did not win, but there was nothing else I could have done here anyways. So I guess Ares attacks at the start of the fight. Cool. I'll read these things here as well. So yeah, you do get to see everybody's board every time. That's kind of crazy. For each level, after the first time you triple a character of that level, you only need 2 copies to upgrade the next. Okay, this is confusing. It sounds like you get a triple and then you unlock the ability. Oh. The chat is underneath that message. Let me drag chat up a little bit, sorry. So I can read it. And you said... Oh, you know what? I lost it. Which is a terrible setup for me here. Yeah. You'll just have to... No, I need to get that figured out. Because I need to be able to read chats there. Okay. Yeah, that's just frustrating. I was thinking about some other stuff that I'll have to do to try to get these chat issues fixed. But for now, I'm just going to focus on the game here a little bit, and I'll try to read chat where I can. So interestingly, this costs a mana to purchase. That's really interesting. And this is previously, I think, Wizard's Familiar it was called. Dying Breath. Give 2 of your characters +1/+1 food stats. Food stats are stats that you lose after a fight. Interesting. So, +1 attack this fight is equivalent to +1 food attack. I guess that makes sense. So that's what some of that info is up there in the corner. And your hero gains +1 attack permanently. So probably just want to do something like this. Could do this, and that way the food stats both guarantee go here. That's probably fine to kick things off. I think I distracted myself from some other stuff that I had meant to do. At the start of each fight, for every 2 lost gold plus mana, give a random of your characters +1/+1 permanently. For each level above 2, increase the buff by 2/2. The wording on some of these things could definitely use some work, because I'm not really able to make heads or tails of that. And some of the things are just like complicated for sure, which adds to the inability for me to be able to read them necessarily. Yeah, take a damage when you buy me. We know the owl at this point. What about Freya? She's got a monkey. +2/1 for each character in your hand. When you cast a spell on me, I transform into a 4/4 talking frog. Sure. And I think that's basically everything. I think I was done saying what I needed to say on Freya. So this turn I've got 5 gold. This is costing me a gold, which I didn't believe was the case previously. I think we're setting up to like triple the apprentice owl potentially. Triples are going to be harder to find with so many less choices. Flying Sleigh, give one character in your hand +2/+1 permanently. I mean, it's a 3/1. It's pretty good if you can find it, though you're rarely going to not want to just like play your full board too, so there's a definite cost associated. Okay, let's pick up the Apprentice Owl and then cast this free spell. That'll mean that I'm out of spells for the turn, but then I can probably roll and pick up a 3-cost card. Okay, can't buy this. But if your starting board has at least one space free, summon the one leftmost character in your hand. All right, that seems fine. And then I will probably just not play the owl. Oh, I have to not play 2 of my cards. Well, I don't really care about the dog. And then I'll play the leftmost card in my hand. All right, that seems good. Ranged, every spell you cast, I gain +1/+0. All right, that is a familiar card. And that's Freya. We get another tie. Lots of ties with the hero attack. And it really feels like that is an effort to reduce RNG in the game. I wonder how multiple of these work. Well, we're going to find out. I kind of like Elaine. Could do this or this. Let's do this. And then I've got 2 owls. We'll see if both of these owls are able to summon. We're testing. We're doing some science here now. Okay, they're gonna... Wow. Okay, immediately attack to start off the fight. We do have those... we did get both of the owl triggers there, and then we are able to win the fight. So, oh, actually we tie because Ares attacks at the end of the fight as well. Well, that's fine. What I was going to say is the ability of characters to attack really seems like a concerted effort to reduce early game RNG, which is an interesting choice, but it's something that I feel like a lot of hardcore players might care about a lot or like get salty about, but I also think it could be something that casual players get upset about. I kind of think it's fun to just take random damage for no reason at the start of the game, but it doesn't really seem fair. So I can understand wanting to maybe move away from that a little bit. Really want to roll for a triple of crew member. Catbox is obviously pretty good with Sword Squire. And I didn't win the fight, so I didn't keep the buff. But I kind of want to keep casting spells, so let's cast that, roll. Give a character +3/+3 food. I get 2 HP after each one. I could pick up a Catbox here, but they kind of make my crew members a little bit awkward until I triple the crew member. Let's keep rolling. All right, we've got another Elaine and another spell that I could cast. Let's just make a huge Elaine. That seems good. The bots are doing pretty well for themselves to start off. I get an Elaine here, and she is able to get an attack off. That's really good. And then Apprentice Owl trades with this, and this Elaine should be able to walk the board. Oh no, I'm not going to win. I'm going to tie again. Maybe winning is really tough because of that hero damage, because I feel strong. Let's take a look at some late game stuff. I think Dying Breath, increase your hero's attack by +1 permanently. That's pretty cool. But I just don't want to lose. I want to win. So let's grab this. Might just be better off to play some owls here now. I'll throw in a roll, try to triple the owl. Take 1 damage when you buy me. I've got +2, +3 for each. So the spell that I cast, I didn't really read it, I'll be honest. I kind of felt like it was Wish Upon a Star, and I kept reading, or I didn't read it. But that might mean that I want to win this combat pretty badly. Each evil character on your starting board. Seems like something we might want to do. So we can sell out of Tracking Dog and board Farm Boy and pick up a huge 11-13. And then I probably just want to summon some owls, but I'm actually thinking of cutting Mad Mim. Oh, I have an idea. Why didn't I do this before? So now crew member will summon crew member, which will summon apprentice owl. Yeah, that seems pretty good. I'm not reading everything. I'm skipping over some stuff. That doesn't mean that I necessarily know it, but my brain's going to be able to retain more of this information if we take it on slowly here. So that is part of the idea. Looks like we will be able to finish off my opponent's board here with the spell. Again, just a lot of ties. A lot of ties in this game. That's going to make the games go a little bit longer too. And I think does take away from some epic moments, but also add some epic moments. But it's awkward that hero attacks just lead to ties. And it feels like that could make the game go on pretty long, but hero attacks are going to be like irrelevant later on in the game. Oh, maybe a tie counted for XP, because now I'm level 5. Grown up Gretel, unyielding, which means when she attacks, she can't go down to below 1. So she can't die from attacking. That's pretty cool. I have your hero's attack times 2 and 1. So she's a 2/2 with +8 +2. For some reason she has +8 +4. Oh, okay. Your hero's attack, it's only the attack, not the times multiplier on the attack. So 2 of the attack goes to her attack, and then 1 of the attack goes to her health. Slay, increase your hero's attack by +1 permanently. Oh, cool. Okay, so that's a really interesting scaling in that, like, she might also be scaling other things later on here too. Slay +1/+1 permanently, and it's got flying. Okay, it's just yeah, flying and slay. For every spell you cast, give your mages +1 attack permanently. Slay, your spells cost 1 gold less until the next fight. So this is good. This is good with it. I think I do like this. Mage, 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 mage. So there's definitely a little bit of a temptation to do some mage stuff. But there's... I think Gretel seems really interesting. Oh, yeah. I kind of had an idea. I haven't fully been doing this, but I want to play cards that I haven't played before. That's right. So let's do that here. I don't think crew member was in Storybook Brawl, though. So I'm fine on that one. And then let's roll. And let's take a look at these. Your angels have +4/+4, and she costs a mana. That's a really interesting mechanic, just that cards can cost mana. Give a character +4/+4. Keep the buff if you win. When I attack and damage a character... Oh, it's Cupid. Is Cupid? Now succubus. Succubus might even be a better flavor for it. And then we could take the Knight's Oath. I want to see some treasures. This is Treasure Hamster here. I was under the impression that by selecting basic gameplay, you would see, like, the pool would be smaller, but you would still see a bunch of options. But we're actually not seeing that many options either, which is potentially making it difficult to find the like triples of things. But I want to hang on to triples still yet because I am Treasure Hamster. I've got no clue what treasures are even possible in the game. So we've got a long way to go. I feel like at this point I'm just going to cast this spell on Greta here. What's her name? Grown-up Gretel? Yeah. Alright, we definitely win this one, right? Oh, this is a big horse thief. So that's a little bit spooky, but still looks like we're getting away with this win here. My attack is now huge. She survived. This thing's got ranged. Oh, I think I'm going to lose to this. I mean, I'll tie. It's seeming very difficult to lose now with 9 times 2 on that end here. Boost. Give bonus to the characters in front of me. So boost is support. Okay. This is +2/+1 and double your boosts. Boost, slay, +2/+1 permanently. So Baba Yaga without ranged, and Little Mermaid is... It was some kind of mermaid before too. Entrance, give the characters in your hand +5/+5 food stats for the fight. That's kind of fun with the crew member. So that's what pirates are doing. Pirates are hand-based stuff. At the start of the next fight. Okay, so this uses all remaining mana. Interesting. And it can't be repeated. That's kind of interesting that this is such a... There's so many stipulations on this. Like, they really don't want you using Blizzard plus Evil Apple in the same fight. But that's fine. Probably want... Oh no, this doesn't make slays happen in additional time. This is just boosts happen in additional time. I got ahead of myself. It doesn't work with Grown-Up Gretel. It does work with Little Mermaid, though. I feel like boosts aren't going to be a super important thing. Oh, I also need to play one less character so that my crew member actually works. Crew member might be on its way out then, unless I can find a triple. Let's see if we can find a triple this turn. Each star you charge, I gain +1/+0 permanently. Dying Breath, your fluffs have +2/+1. You go first. That's a fine free spell, and good with Grown-Up Gretel. Now, I actually feel like I should play this. Cat box, entrance give 2/3 of my stats. Gained this fight to your characters for the fight. Interesting. The wording, again, a little bit complicated there, or a little bit confusing. At the start of the next fight, damage a character in your opponent's front row and the characters behind it for 7. 7. One thing that I would appreciate that I like that Battlegrounds does is it tells you what tier the spells are. I think that that's a good, just new player friendly aspect. This is a bug, right? Because I'm definitely level 5. If I haven't been at this position in the last 2 fights, give me and the dog or farmer on my right +4/+4 in food stats currently active. That's really funny. Now I'm just rolling and reading. Still have not found Juliet. Horse Thief, steal 3/2 of my adjacent character stats for the fight. I keep those stats permanently. The other characters probably get those stats back, though. Destroy a character to gain their level as HP. Increase the cost of this spell by 3 permanently. Okay. Oh, I could have picked up another Hellhound there. That was probably a mistake. Uses all remaining mana. I think I will eat in a lane here. That put me to level 5. I feel like something went wrong. But that's fine. I mean, I was definitely level 5 already because I had Greta. Ooh, we missed the sleigh. That is unfortunate. And these bots are here to fight. I do have 10-10s waiting in the wings here, but I'm not going to be able to. Characters at my back. What does that mean, characters at my back? That means like characters behind me. Yeah, that's fine. So I feel like I did lose a bunch of XP somehow, which is silly. But that's okay. Your characters retain 20% of their food stats after a fight. Cool. Let's grab the Hellhound. Oh, that's right. I forgot. And we can do this and summon in this thing. What's this 0 up here? That's new. Summon a 7/4 Funny Cat and give them 50% of my stats. Summoned 0 cats last fight. Huh. I'm a little bit confused on that. We find another Elaine just after we sold the previous one. I'm not going to worry about that. Can I use this on things in the shop? No, I can't. I could cast it, though, if I want to get rid of all these crew members, which do shrink my Hellhounds as well. It's like potentially a reason to start like this, even. Yeah, let's keep going. Your demons have 2/2 for each evil character on your starting board. Well, these are evil demons. This does seem like a pretty strong way to go here, at least as like a basic plan. So let's sell out of Elaine. And now my crew members aren't working. I can cut a crew member. Yeah, this seems strong. Rapunzel. She gets additional stats from boosters. And they do have a pretty good, okay, Rapunzel's Prince. Kind of generic, but it gets the point across there. And we actually get a win for the first time in a second. Your demons have +2/+1. I probably am interested in just moving into demons. Probably want to cut the crew members unless I can triple it. Yeah, let's pick up a demon. Evil animal trickster. Try my net. Before a character attacks me, reduce hit points to 2. Mycroft Holmes. When your hero attack increases. So he's got to be in play in order for that to work. I would have taken the Death Rattle hero attack thing earlier. Now I think I should just play this. Dr. Watson. Okay, that's cute. Give Dying Breath. Okay, boost. The boost gives a Dying Breath. Increase your hero attack by +1 permanently. This could be an interesting way to go. Yeah, I think I'm into it. It's expensive, but I think it seems fun. Lose 1 XP in exchange for 9 gold. That's a lot of gold. That's cool. I'm into that. Let's try it out. It's going to let me play a lot more. It's going to let me triple the Hellhound. I cannot triple crew member now, but I will triple Hellhound here. And that'll let me see my first treasure. So I get 2 tier 5 treasures and 1 tier 4 treasure. Took me long enough, but finally we will get to look at some treasures. Destroy the first enemy that attacks and kills. Your characters have +6 to. Your spells cost 1 gold less. You have 5 more mana. I mean, I'm curious how good this could be. Let's grab an extra attack here. Let's roll. So this does use all remaining mana, which is incredibly, incredibly draining when I've got 5 additional mana here. I think I'm interested in the grown-up Gretel. Kind of want to play Dr. Watson and play a pair of grown-up Gretels. So I think that's going to mean cutting out this evil stuff again, just kind of because it's fun. And then this does run me out of coins, so I'll just play Fireball here to finish off, and let's hop into it. I don't know. Oh, right. That was a Fireball that I just used there. Yeah, we're scaling our attack pretty nicely here, which feels good to me. Oh, wow. So it's kind of like ranged even on grown-up Gretel. I think I'm undervaluing Unyielding. It's pretty dang strong. Okay, this time I'm not level 6 because I lost one of my XP. I paid one of my XP for a bunch of gold, which was definitely worth it. This is draining, so I probably don't want to start off the fight by casting it. Damage a character in your opponent's back row by 2 attack and 4 health. That's interesting. Hermes, slay +0, -1 permanently. Huh? So this is like a... Oh, is Hermes... No, I'm thinking of Icarus. This might have been... Shouldn't this be Icarus? Am I wrong? That, like, you fly, and then you fly too close to the sun, and then you die? That's fine. Purple Fluff, Unyielding, Boost. If I am a Fluff, trigger my Dying Breath an additional time. This was something that they kind of, like, briefly had in Storybook Brawl in, like, a beta or something. I don't think it was ever that good. Oh, this is basically free. So I'm curious why some cats have this. Okay, it's just Funny Cat has like a counter for how many was summoned last fight. Oh, for each cat summoned. Oh, so there's like a cat counter. Oh. Okay. I get it now. Oh, so cats can do some silly stuff there then. I do want to triple these at some point. I'll cast one. I think it's fine to just be casting my spells. Gain 1 XP, but next round you start with no mana. No mana. Okay. Sorry, my finger's just itchy. Give characters next to me +6/+3 for 1 fight. I don't know, some of this stuff seems boring. I'm going to be level 6 next turn. Here is Juliet. So Juliet gives her stats to Romeo, and Romeo gives her stats to Juliet. His stats to Juliet. Not sure exactly the implications of it yet. The start of your next fight, damage here, it seems like they can die in either order. I don't know. The original Romeo and Juliet was like such a clear flavor win that I feel like if they're not going to use that exact same implementation, gut it and cut it. At the start of your next fight, damage your opponent's front row characters by 0.4. Doesn't seem worth it. You retain food. We could start to play Holmes. Oh, if you lose or tie, gain an XP. That's really funny. I don't think I want to put Holmes in, though, even though it's probably fine. Excuse me. Oh, okay, so I didn't read this card. Gain 2 XP. After you roll 3 times, lose the XP gained. Future Vision. Wow, okay. That's interesting. I wonder what happens if you cast it here. You know what? I'm going to find out for science. That drained all my mana. I'll roll 1 last time. I would have potentially locked into something good here. Your fluffs have Slay. Trigger my Dying Breath 1 time. The Star Child. If you had unused gold, charge 2 stars that deal my attack times 1 damage after 7 attacks. If you have less than 7 stars. So I guess you can only ever have 7 stars, because I think every star card says that. Alright, let's battle. We get the Slay, that's really good. Then we get the Death. They got a little bit of kitties out there. And then this is not ranged, but the idea is mostly that my attack will be able to do any sort of cleanups here. Oh, here's a level 6 card. Boost. Receive boosts an additional 1 time. My effect cannot be amplified by other characters. I'm confused on the difference between this and the thing that I said was Baba Yaga. Was that not just... Oh, no, that was... I'm pretty sure that was boosts in additional time. Well, let's pick her up anyways. And because she's unyielding, we'll flip around the order to look like this. And then I guess I'll play an Apprentice Owl. Nah, I'm still going to play these first. Wait. I'm just now realizing that you can only play 5 cards on the board in this tutorial. That's funny. It's funny that I didn't realize it this whole time. So I guess that's a huge difference between this basic game as well. Okay, we'll jump into a more advanced look in the next one. This seems like a good spell. I'd have to sell 4 things to cast it, but it's probably worth it to just do this. And probably... I'm not sure what I actually want to ascend here. My head says it should be my tier 6 card. Yeah, let's try that. Goodbye, my wizards. Because I'd like to maybe triple these, grab a tier 6 treasure out of that. Ooh, she survives. Cool, cool, cool. So that should make my attack go crazy. Yeah, it goes up to 21 off of that. Cool. And then one of my guys died. That's actually what I'm increasing the attack for when they die. So, yeah, that's kind of interesting. All right, let's do some rolls. I've got 15 gold right now. I'm not sure why that is. Don't have any angels. Titania range, for each star you charge 1 copy of it. Probably still up to 7 total, but she doesn't say that, so maybe there is a way to break the 7 limit. All right, here is a grown-up Gretel plus a tier 6 treasure. Wow, she big. She big. Okay. Your front row characters have plus 15 plus 2. Your hero has plus 15. At the start of each fight, remove ranged and unyielding from all characters. Let's grab the bonus attack. This is a level 5 treasure only, but it scales so much better with the board. So yeah. Seems good. I thought there was a way to like reorder these, but maybe there isn't. Multiply a character's permanent attack by 2 permanently. Okay. Not going to worry about that. Then probably do want Holmes in here. There's also another Dr. Watson. Yeah, sure. I'll take Dr. Watson, and I'll take Study. Maybe I'll just do this. Because they have unyielding. I guess that means I do kind of want them in the back row, but whatever. Don't think it's going to matter incredibly. It might matter here. This thing is like too big that it will never die, so the Watsons don't really matter. +1/+1 permanently, and we're still gaining gold. I wonder if that is just a tutorial thing. Or if gold just keeps going up. That's kind of cool too. Ranged aura. Your booster's boosts are applied an additional 1 time. So that's what I'm talking about. There's so many. I guess it's just this effect specifically doesn't get amped up. But we're definitely picking this thing up. Oh, and it has boost +4/+4. I feel like this is where I want to be. Definitely running out of room a little bit. I want to find a fun level 7 treasure, though, too, if we can. Oh, excuse me. Might sell a Watson here, or just roll and lock. Herding dog. Give your characters with food stats greater than 0 my food stats ×1, only for the fight. So he comes back and spits out his food. This game is going to be funny. It's not about who finds the Hermes boots. It's about who finds the most Hermes boots. That's funny. Do a little bit of shop optimizing there. Almost up to 50 attack, which feels pretty good for my very first game of Fairy Tale Fables. And of course actually we might not be able to take out all these cats. Yeah, we're gonna get a loss. The attack strat is not good against the catnip bottle. That's funny. I am a gold short, so what I can do is I can sell off one of my Watsons to upgrade something else, like upgrade a Merlin. Yeah, I think that's probably fine. I feel like this could almost go here. Excuse me. Alright. And Dr. Watson can now be replaced with, like, almost anything. But still pretty good for now. Yeah, we're seeing a lot bigger of numbers in this game, that's for sure. And looks like I will beat the catnip this time. Actually, it's going to be super close. I'm only winning here because of my ranged. Only tying because of my ranged. Alright, so the bots are bringing it here. Another Watson. I mean, this is free. Oh, cool. Sure. Give 100% of my stats to 3 of your good characters. Alright, well that seems like something I'm maybe hunting for right now. The first time I die, each fight revive me instead and add 50% of my current stats. That seems like something that I'm going to want here eventually, as it works really well with these Merlins in the back. So let's take the Royal Phoenix. What if we even did... Okay, I see. Now this won't stay a good boy permanently, so I think I do this. Or I just keep rolling, so that way I still have enough to cast something else this turn. Unyielding, when you charge a star, add my attack times 1 to its damage. Summon 2 catnip in a bottles. Okay. Could maybe sell this off. It's like not super impressive. Let's just roll down and look for a fun new triple. I don't think I want to do this. Multiply the starting stats of the one rightmost character in your hand by 2. Okay, it's a pirate. $100 damage is a lot. Excuse me, I'm just having a little bit of asthma. I'm not bored or tired. Sure. I'll just cast that. And move along here. When you buy me, I gain 10/10 in food stats. Give your characters 100% of their starting food stats only for the fight. If food stats is a little bit complicated, I definitely want to make sure I'm messing around with that at some point. But for now, we'll play in like a kind of familiar territory, I suppose, with these good boy strats and the Phoenix. So I think we're just playing up against this pig now. This might be the finals. But we're doing good enough now. Smacking for 7s. We'll take a few more fights, though, because there's only so much we can put on the board. Gain 1 gold. Refund the mana. Okay, yeah, this is just free. I was trying to see if there's a trap, but it's called free coin. I believe it. Looks like a free coin to me. Yeah, again, this is basically free. Tyrannical Nero. If I haven't been in this position in the last fight, give your dogs food stats for each position I am away from my position in the last fight. Okay, so you kind of want to ping-pong it. It doesn't seem like it's good, though. I'm curious how this looks. Yeah, that is more. Okay, I thought it might be. And I'll put ranged before unyielding. And another Phoenix. I will definitely take that. And honestly, yeah, it's... Oh, no, it is good to play this because it does have the aura as well. I don't know, maybe I cut this thing? She's too big to cut. Store character safely inside the wolf's belly. Dying breath. Give characters boosting me 150% of my stats. Oh, that's something. That is something. I like the new you, but King Arthur seems crazy good. And I think this is the way to play it. I'm like kind of, admittedly, in somewhat familiar territory with some of these abilities. I feel like in different capacities, most of the stuff I'm doing was like somewhat available in Storybook Brawl. But now I got a huge Merlin back here. That should be a win. And it's going to be another 7 damage. This is a... We're slowly chipping away at this pig bot here. I'd love to find a cool spell. Or a treasure, is what I meant. This is the only treasure that I'm currently building towards, because this Merlin's already tripled. Multiply a character's permanent HP by 2 permanently. That's not super interesting because this card only has 10 permanent HP. Don't care about that. Let's just find a triple for Phoenix, I think. When one of your other angels dies. Nope, don't have any other angels. Seems like it's probably a pretty strong ability when you do, but I do not. That could have been a Phoenix, so it's definitely worth casting that. More or less free. This is also pretty good. Sure, I'll just cast some spells here. Alrighty, let's hop in it. So one of the things that my opponent played had like some sort of effect that hit me in the back. Oh, that's the Fire Mage. Yeah, when it attacks, you also get to take out the back line. That's a little bit annoying for this support build, but as long as they don't... Yeah, I mean, they could certainly hit my center character, which is like my biggest character, and then destroy my support, and then I could actually lose this. So don't want to get too cocky here. I can definitely still be losing these fights right now. Here's another Gretel. Let's see if we can find the last Phoenix before we go. Not yet. Here's another Merlin. I mean, I just want to find like one more cool treasure before we're done. But I feel like the easiest way to do that is going to be through just rolling and tripling this Phoenix. One last Mix-a-Whizzle? Nope. Dogs are funny. They want to like scurry around a little bit. That's an interesting mechanic. If all your characters plus 2/1 permanently, it's very not relevant. Sure, we'll do this. This will probably be the last fight here then, and then I might play one more like bigger bot game after this, and then we'll see where that gets me. Fire Mage is not going to be able to just deal free damage to my backline. And my Endurance, this is called Endurance, right? Unyielding. Unyielding keeps me alive for a second here. Actually, it'll keep me alive for another second. That's pretty nice. I get to deal 8 damage here. Okay, only 7. But still, we grab my very first win with Fairy Tale Fables that wasn't the tutorial. Cool, cool, cool. And here you can tell that that was my very first win because you start with 8,000 gems here. Let's play another one. This time let's do an advanced game. And this practices for the normal queue, but I do imagine it will probably still be untimed. So that way you have the ability to learn everything. Each turn you do not spend any gold, gain an XP. Okay, so Icarus is in the game, and that is why Icarus was not the other character. You start with +1 gold and a piggy bank. Well, piggy bank's fun, but I feel like Icarus is pretty cool because then we can just jump to the end game. So it's like kind of your choice how deeply you want to go into Icarus strats. A pair of small imps does seem like a pretty strong start. Oh, and now we have items as well. We didn't have items that whole last time. Let's gain a bonus XP. Yeah, we still tie. That is really important to note. So now I've got a bonus XP that might be like all that I really want, though. I feel like if you're ever going to use it, it's at the start of the game, so let's do it again. You can turn off that tooltip, by the way, but it seemed... Yeah, it seemed good to, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Let's read all of this stuff. Okay, so we've got the Parrot, which is probably too slow. Probably will pick up Cat Angel. And there is also Acolyte, which does seem kind of reasonable. The fact that we leveled up means that our attack went up, which is kind of cool. Could just go like Acolyte plus Blizzard. I think I'll just buy 2 things, though. I think that's the best thing to do here. Oh, I should have rolled. I do get a free roll now. I'm not sure if we had that last time, so I think I forgot about it. Oh, Parrot has flying, too. So they made Baby Dragon a lot better. We still managed to grab a tie. I know I'm up against bots here, but it seems cool. don't think I'm going to go for Future Vision again this time, now that I've actually read it. Cat Angel seems fine. Slay +1 permanently. If I haven't been in this position in the... Okay, we gotta try out this food stuff. It's really weird, but I'm sure there's a payoff for it somewhere. I do need a dog or a monster to really make use of it. And I'm almost level 3. Okay, there's some items-related cards here now as well. I mean, I'm tempted to just pick up a second Cat Angel. Let's do that. And then let's throw in a roll. After dying 3 times for good. Wow, okay, interesting. I feel like that's pretty strong, though. Let's pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Just seems solid, even if... Oh, I guess you do lose it every time because of hero attacks. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, tying is so much more common. It's definitely something that I have to keep in mind. Have +2/+1 for each angel on your starting board. Slay +2/+1 permanently. Unyielding. Alright, so here's a farmer. I keep 20% food stats after a fight. Boost 50% of my food stats. After each fight, gain +2/+1 food stats for every time I got damaged. So I could like cut the parrot and play a pair of farmers here. There's also an angel that seems a little bit more straightforward though. So I think I'm kind of interested in like learning how the farmers work. So she doesn't have any food stats, so there's no real reason to keep her as a boost, but maybe I'm missing something. So I'll throw her out there. Plowman got damaged twice, so he'll gain +4/+2 next fight. And the Armored Egg will go down here to the Angel Cap, but then I should be able to... Oh, wow, it didn't! Wait. I misunderstood some basic math there, or like an aura went away, maybe. It's probably what happened. For each star you charge, I gain +1 attack permanently. This feels much more realistic than food, but I want to try food for this one. Give 2/3 of my stats gained this fight. Doesn't fully make sense to me. I mean, you'd have to like use another pirate to have it gain stats in your hand, which I think is the idea. It's just a little bit confusing. Dying Breath, summon the one leftmost under or equal to level 5 character in your hand. So you can't use it on level 6s. Interesting. Not the most elegant wording, but it makes sense. My wearer gains +1/+1 permanently from slays. Cool, cool, cool. I'm interested in a pair. We'll see what we can do with this. And then I've got 2 fluffs here, which are not cats, interestingly enough. Wait. Dying Breath, you're... Oh, this is a young fluff, and this is a normal fluff. I see, I see. I think I'm just going to roll. Maybe I'll pick up this. My wearer gains Slay +1/+0 permanently. Definitely don't want to use this. It feels like the opposite of what I did in the early game. This seems like a fine thing to throw in, though, here. Sorry, I started paying attention, wanted to make sure I am not missing any chats or anything, but can't view my chats. It's kind of annoying. So I'm going to see if there's something else I can do here. It's awkwardly like something that I have to figure out off stream, but it's only an issue that happens to me when I'm on stream. I'll work on it tonight a little bit, though. Maybe not. I mean, I have to. I want to try to stream this again tomorrow, but it's the Survivor finale tonight. None of these things seem particularly interesting. Okay, so here's something that has the word food on it. If I haven't been at this position the last 2 fights, I have 3/3 food stats for each position I am away from my position in the last fight. Yeah. What does that do for me? I have to find a way to get food stats onto my hard-working milkwomans. The heck is a hard-working milkwoman? I mean, I get it. It's just a weird... Give 100% of my stats to one of your characters. I don't know, nothing jumping out at me. Okay, this jumps out at me, of course. The fact that I can get a triple. One of, like, my first triples. Still. After 4 rounds, choose a level 3 treasure. Your good characters have +1/+1. Every 4 spells you buy, cast the spell again. That's tricky. This is kind of cool. But I think this just allows me to see more new content. So that's kind of fun. Oh, you can re-roll for 2 gold. Next round, you lose 2 gold. In 2 rounds, you get to choose from new treasures with the same levels as the ones you dismissed. And then you can skip for 1 gold. Okay, cool. Cool, crazy. 4 rounds is a long time to wait. I do recognize that. But we'll give it a shot here. Characters in my back don't take damage when they are not attacking, and instead I take 50% of the prevented damage. Very niche thing here. Not going to be super relevant. Additional from boosters. Roll 1 more time for a cool 4. Give 150% of my stats to the leftmost character in your hand for the fight. Right. I'll probably just grab Rapunzel's Prince here. Cool, we're farming. We're plowing. Their plowman's also pretty big, but our egg will be able to take it home, looks like. Okay, and we get a triple of this thing that has not done anything for me yet. Here's Frankenstein's monster. Looks like Jack Skeleton a little bit more. I have 33% of the stats of your dead evil characters. Okay, that is pretty good. Your characters have Slay +1/+2 permanently, and Nocturne charges a star. It deals 33% of his attack after 7 attacks. So whenever one of your characters slays, this guy charges a star. Huh. Okay, interesting. Let's take a look at our tier 4 treasure options. When one of your characters dies, charge 1 star dealing 5 damage after 7 attacks. That seems good. The next time you find a treasure, if all your treasure slots are full, destroy this and choose +2 level higher treasures. So they made treasure map. So it was treasure map always +2 levels higher? It seems pretty good. Even though you can't use it until later on in the game now. Still seems really fun. I kind of want to check out stars though for a second, so let's maybe check out stars, even though pirate map seems really cool. And then we'll also pick up Nocturne. With the... gives all of my characters slay? That seems kind of crazy. And then 1 free roll, don't forget about that. Stealth. Enemies can't target me unless only stealth characters are alive. The enemy hero cannot attack me. I lose stealth when I attack. Ranged. Oh, wow. So this is just a way to just like deal some damage to your opponent too. Entrance gives stealth to the first character. I still don't... Oh, entrance is start a fight or when it's like summoned from your hand. Oh, now I get it. Now I get it. Give stealth to the first character on the left. Interesting. Stealth and ranged seems kind of busted. I don't know, this seems pretty good. I mean, I assume it might lose stealth after it attacks for the first time, but it doesn't say that. But that's the only way that it really makes sense, I guess. Okay, all of these stars here. This is silly. But this is how stars work. So you might have like a bunch of outstanding stars at the end of a fight. That's kind of funny. Ah, and here's your stars. So you can only have 7 stars. Never even noticed that. Because I never played with it yet. That's pretty cool. Smithy. Some Juliets. I do think Smithy is interesting, but I kind of want to try some stars stuff because it looks like food is not doing anything for me. Here's a dwarf Tempe. I can carry 3 more items. Entrance, multiply my item stats by 2 for the fight. Okay, so that is a pretty big payoff card. Give characters a little bit of stats. Okay, here's a star card. Excuse me. For each star charged, gain an additional star. That seems really cool. Yeah, I think we're gonna lose this thing. Even though it's tripled, it really does not do anything yet for me. So this would be like a way to use it. So she gives 100% of her food stats. We can try it out a little bit. I assume that when it says keep 40% of your food stats, it's not like you keep 40% and then you keep 40% of that and then you keep 40% of that. I think you permanently convert 40% into permanent stats, though. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe not. That's why we got to find out here. Kind of want to support the egg. I think I might lock a second Nocturne. I don't know. Now I finally have food online. Let's maybe roll for some more food. Okay, here's another hardworking milkwoman. I want to get these stats onto the plowman. Okay, so there's another way to gain some food stats. Nothing seems super impressive here, though. Let's move along. Oh, Nocturne's gone. So I only have these stars here now. I wasn't fully paying attention to what happened. But looks like it all worked out, and Determined Plowman's doing it. Now here's the question. Food plus 12 plus 12. Now food plus 4 plus 4. It does look like it is going to go away, which is not super exciting. Maybe this crab has food inside? Stealth, while I am in stealth, I have ranged. I lose stealth when I attack. Okay, yeah, that's the text I was missing there too. Sorry, struggling a little bit right now. When you buy me, I get +8/+8 in food stats. I only lose 50% of food stats after a round. I don't know, food just seems not exciting. So I'm not really into it. But I guess, like, you gotta try it out to figure out how it works, right? Your characters retain 20% of their food stats after a fight. So I guess if you have enough of hardworking haymakers, then you can get to a point where you are keeping 100% of your food stats. So that's one strategy that I see right now. This is kind of cute, but it's a little too expensive. Give 3 attack to something. If I haven't been at this position, I gain 200% buffs. Does that mean 200% of its current stats? Or does that mean buffs affect it multiple times? Well, only one way to find out. I'm not sure. Cool, bunch of stars. I think eventually I'll wind up wanting to cut Dandelion. Like, you can only have too many stars anyways, and Nocturne seems to give enough stars that you don't really need any other ones. Oh, we finally get a treasure. I attach to the next treasure you take and double its underline effects. Oh, so maybe you can't move treasures anymore. My effect cannot be amplified. Shop gains an extra character of your level. That's huge on level 6. Prevent your death one time, then destroy me. Double its underlined effects. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I think I'm into Weird Compass, even though the Baby Mimic certainly has some possibilities. I'm going to find more treasures with the Weird Compass. So, let's grab that. Circe's Cup. At the start of the next fight, transform an enemy character into a pig. There we go. And it seems like most combat spells are heavy, so you still can't stack up on those. My Wearer's entrance triggers one additional time. For 12 gold, that seems pretty cool. I only have one entrance, but it seems like a good enough one that works with the Milk Woman here. And then I've got to move the Corgi slightly. But I think now I've got some synergies. So now I'm giving plus 10, plus 6 each fight. And she keeps 60% of that. So I'm glad I at least tried this out somewhat to see what we can work with. The Corgi did get pretty big, so I wonder if it's like an ordering thing. But either way, Corgi seems to be getting it done here. Milkwoman does have a yielding, that's right. Yeah, looking pretty good for me. I think the stars are interesting. I'm definitely more of a food gamer for this game, but we'll see where it goes. Entrance. Oh, I gain 100% of the stats of the enemy character in the same position as me. So I could gain double those stats. Whenever another non-mirror character gains stats during a fight, I also gain 67. So this doesn't call itself a mirror character, but I have to assume that... Oh no, wait, this is Mirror Fairy. Interesting that they wouldn't just have the word mirror on the type line. I kind of want to take it just to see what it works, or how it works. Yeah, I mean, let's do some science. Echowood seems good here with all the food shenanigans going on. And I will keep the Haymaker having the trinket here, the Arcane Rune. Whenever you cast a spell, +2/+2 permanently. No thank you. Molty, we've seen him. Hoarding Dog. I've got to move the Corgi. Give your characters with food stats greater than 0 my food stats ×1. Okay, this is where, yeah, things start to pop off a little bit. So let's definitely lock the dog. And I could sell out of Nocturne to refresh the study. I don't think that's actually worth a gold. So let's just do this. Mirror is going to steal. It looks like Mirror Fairy did not steal from the mirror, or it would be a lot higher, I imagine. So, not a combo, but they're both fine cards. Does feel like they should have the word mirror on the type line. What is this? The shop can scroll? That's crazy. Now, there is an interface scale, but it doesn't look like that changes the size of cards, interestingly. Just changes the size of, like, everything else. Probably keep this at around 100 here. Maybe it's better to have it a little bit bigger than 100 for streaming purposes. But I'm definitely grabbing this. It seems great with Echo Wood and everything as well. There's a new position for the Corgi. Sherlock Holmes. Dying Breath, add 100% to your hero attack for this fight. Give a character a bunch of food stats. That seems like it's probably pretty dang good. Because now I'm losing food a lot slower. Oh, I think I rolled past a farmer. A level 6 farmer. That was a mistake. Trying to, like, balance reading everything and keeping it, like, somewhat faster paced, you know? Ooh, another haymaker. That's really good. Sell out of this, pick up another haymaker, might toss the proud Corgi. Just don't think it's super necessary. Oh, and this thing's just growing because I'm keeping a portion of my food stats each fight. Cool. Oh, this is right. This is where most of my stars are coming from. Righto, righto. Okay, I'm very, very strong right now, it feels like. And if we can triple the haymaker, that seems really good too. Trying to think, I might play one more game after this one. But then I'm probably going to want to let Lily out. She's been a very good girl, very sweet and patient here. Another herding dog. Seems like I might... I could cut this thing. This doesn't actually give food stats, so I probably just want to do this. If I haven't been in this position in the last two fights, give me and the dog or farmer on my right 4/4 food stats for the fight. It seems like I maybe like use it and then put it in my hand. It's awkward that you have to remember to move things around in your hand, as I just showed. Slay is triggered an additional time. This might get a little bit annoying moving all these puppies around in like actual games especially. All right, here we go. Here's the haymaker. This is going to be a big power spike here. There's also another mirror fairy. Maybe I'll pick up the mirror fairy here actually, just for econ purposes, and then next turn pick up the haymaker. Seems good. I imagine tripling the haymaker doesn't actually contribute that much to overall stats, because it probably, like, this is 20 and this is 20, and the triple probably just says 40. So this is where things get a little bit dicey. But I think I might be take another milkmaid in here too. Milkwoman. My tier 5 treasure can be one repeated spell, but a lot of spells can't get repeated, the good ones. Cast Poison Apple one time, skip, or reroll. I'm kind of into the reroll just to see like more options, even if we never get there. These can sit wherever, so they're fine. Corgi's got to move. That's going to be the hardest thing to remember, is moving benched dogs. But basically, like the Dash Hound spends like one turn in this slot, one turn in this slot, and then one turn on the bench, alternating. Give 150% of my stats to the leftmost character in your hand. In your hand. Right. One more Milkwoman seems good. And I'll pick up a hearty stew here as well. Let's get rid of the Corgi. And I'll stew up on this Milkwoman. And I have to imagine this is 40% now. Yeah, 40%. So tripling it just conserves the spots on your board. But when you put the Arcane Rune on it, that actually does give you some legitimate value from the triple. Got an Unyielding Shadow Lord here. Stealth, double their attack. Attacks out of stealth. Wow, okay. And it throws stealth around a little bit. That is cute. Give characters boosting me 150% of my stats. Could be pretty insane here with the Milkwoman. Think I'm into it. Yeah, I'm over Dandelion. Let's pick up King Arthur. If I didn't attack yet, damage the highest enemy for 50% of their HP. There's a Corgi, there's a Kitty. Alright, I can triple another Milkwoman. That seems cool. Let's do that. I think this is going to be pretty crazy. Characters have +1/+2 for each unspent mana. At the start of each fight, cast a random spell. When you buy a spell which costs at most 2 gold, repeat it 1 time. I've seen all of these, so I'm going to reroll. And by I've seen all of these, I mean all of those were in Storybook Brawl. Choose a new hero. Sure. Yeah, that's perfect. When you have gold, evil characters, prevent your death once. Every 3 turns, choose a treasure 1 level lower than your level. That seems crazy good. Sure. I'll fight with 1 character down because I tripled the Milkwoman and forgot. An Echo Wood here would have been crazy, crazy good, but turns out food a little bit stronger than I was initially anticipating here, right? So that's kind of cool. I'm glad that I tried it out. I'm curious what like the top strats are, and I'm definitely somewhat interested in like watching some streamers and things to get a little bit of a glimpse of what some other players are doing, but I also kind of want to figure it out myself. Your boosters in the back row affect your whole front row. That seems really good. If I'm in position 1, what does it mean if I'm in position 1? Double your hero's underlined powers. I don't know what that means. Oh, do I have to move around my treasures? Maybe you can move around your treasures. I think I'll go for the double, or supports affecting the whole front row. That was like, I think that might have been called Evil Eye. I don't know. I kind of want to try out this because it's new, but this is obviously really good. Let's do... Yeah, let's just do the new thing. And then do I have to move this? Okay. It did it itself. Okay, sure. It put itself in position 1, I think. Double your hero's underlined powers. Choose a treasure. Now probably means I get to choose 2 treasures every 3 turns. Let's move this around. Oh, let's put this doggy in here. That's real good. And let's roll and see if we can come up with anything else before we win. Piggo something. Receive boosts an additional time My effect cannot be amplified by other characters. So, is really good with the other treasure that we could have taken. And I probably would have played it had we taken that other treasure. Oh, so this doesn't actually give food stats, so it's not scaling. This does give food stats, so let's put in the dog again. Oh, and I can upgrade a character. Oh, who do I want to upgrade? Upgrading King Arthur seems potentially busted. Upgrading Mirror Fairy seems really good too. I've already upgraded both of the Milk Women. Could upgrade this and just push for the end game, but I think I'm just going to upgrade Arthur and be pretty happy with that. Double my wearer's aura. This does not have an aura. It's got a boost. I don't have any auras. All right, moving along. Have to imagine we're just crushing it here, and I do believe next turn I'm going to get to see 2 level 5 treasures, which means I will be able to find that thing that supports everything in pretty short order here anyways, even though I skipped it. Unless there's some kind of thing about like skipping treasures, you don't see them again. Which I've heard some people talk about, specifically when they were like trying to find Hat Ball and things previously. Oh, okay, there we go. We're all done. So I'll never get to see what this hero does. Let's throw in for one more here. And I think I am still going to do Advanced. This is practice for the Chaos Queue, so I don't know if I talked about this yesterday, but it looks like that anomalies, as I would describe them from Hearthstone Battlegrounds, are a paid feature, which seems like a really cool way to do it, and honestly, seems like it'd probably be worth it. I'm gonna wait till I get the main game figured out, but then I could certainly see subscribing and having some fun content with that down the line. I don't think it's something that I need to unlock right this second, just because I'm gonna have enough fun with the base game, but then being able to pay to add anomalies to Storybook Brawl is honestly probably worth it for me. Sisyphus. Each time you lose a fight, give your characters some bonuses, and the Sphinx again. There's also 2 paid heroes here. I'm not going to worry about them just yet. We can read them though. At the start of each fight, give the character in position 1 ranged for the fight. That seems pretty good. And for each level, after the first time you triple a character, you only need 2 copies to upgrade the next 1 character of that level. Kind of confusing, like I said. I don't think that the Sphinx is that good. But I also don't want a reward for losing necessarily in bot queue. So I'm going to take the Sphinx and see what happens. That's right, we skipped level 1 last time. You have a lot of control over what you pick up on the first turn, because you can free roll, and then you can also refreshen, or freshen up. Gold Lane Goose seems like it could be pretty good. There's also Dwarves. That could be something fun to try out. It does seem like those numbers can get pretty crazy, but I'm just going to pick up Gold Lane Goose here. And I'm going to try to find... I don't know if I want to find a triple. I might just be selling off of this next turn. That seems good. Do I want to lock for a pair of small imps? Well, not that I've now made this a 4-4. Oh, I could have locked and then Talking Frog and made that a 4-4. This is good enough for now, though. Alright, we tie. And And realistically, we always tie here. Yeah, I mean, I just cast it because it was free, more or less, but yeah, you're just always tying in these early fights. So I feel no reason to, like, really even care. Kind of interesting. I think the sweet oranges is probably fine, and then I'll do one more roll. Next turn... I mean, locking onto a second Cat Angel seems as good as any. I think Cat Angel's pretty solid. Just brings the stats. Actually gets some damage off there too. I actually don't think this is that greedy anymore, because you do have the ability to just damage people with your hero power. It's probably worth it to keep stuff in your hand early on for the parrot. Didn't even need it. Parrot's kind of cool, how it ties into pirates as well. Dying Breath, give the one most left character in your hand +3/+2 permanently. Permanently. That's pretty cool. Currently sells for 2 gold. Let's free roll. That's not a combo. Let's free roll. Still might be selling through the gold laying goose if we can find something fun. This is kind of interesting. A lot of ranged characters here as well. Oh, this is just permanent stats. That's probably where I want to go with it then. And I'll just put it on the parrot. Oh, Lily's snoozing. Yeah, parrot gets to trade with anything, and then we're actually looking for the pirate gunner to get a trade as well, and looks like it'll actually just walk the table. Oh no, the bot takes it. The hero power takes it out, or hero attack takes it out. Okay, cool, 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 cool. I actually really love that. So I guess I'm tripling a kitty cat. Sure, we'll see what level 2 treasures are available for me with that. Oh, I probably have already used my hero power and kind of forgot about it. When you buy a character, give them 3/3 food stats for the next fight. Your characters have +1 attack, or your hero has +3 attack. I think all of these are pretty mediocre, but I don't want to lose 2 gold this early. So let's just give everything +1 attack. I'm going to take crew member. I'm going to use my free roll. I can sell this for 2 and buy anything. Start of the fight, remove 1/1 from 2 non-demon characters on your board for the fight. No good, no good. That's no good either. I think I'm just going to finish off with 1 more roll. And then, oh, now that I have 0 gold, I can give something +2/+2 permanently. Okay, that's cool. It feels weird to try to set it up, but it's been like kind of just falling into place easily for me. We're going to get another Slay with Young Parrot. We'll see if that pumps up the cat or not. It's currently 16 attack. And we'll see if it gets the Pirate Gunner. Because the cat wasn't in my hand, so because it wasn't in my hand, it didn't actually gain the bonus there. So that's definitely important to know. Leftmost means whatever's right here. I think it's a little bit late for Snow White at this point even still. I kind of do want to try it out at some point. Looks like this is the only questing character in the game, which is kind of weird. Just now realizing that. This is probably pretty good now. Again, I still have this goose, so I'm willing to roll a little bit higher, but it looks like we're just going to be picking up a pair of these things. Okay, so this is the leftmost character in my hand. It doesn't care about like which slot you're talking about. Interesting. I will say, I think it might benefit me to do this, so that way I can get these other benefits before the crew member triggers. Maybe I put this in the front? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Okay, cool. So we're trying some pirate strats. I don't really know that pumping up this cat is what makes like the most sense, but everything else here scales on board. So that's what I'm going with for the time being. Big kitty. At some point I'll want to just play the cat and look for something else better to have on the board. But for right now we summon Big Cat. So interestingly, we are summoning a cat. I summoned one cat last fight. I don't know, doesn't seem super impressive though. Okay, this seems like something that would be much better to start scaling. So let's start scaling this thing. So I guess if you don't spend your mana, this starts to get bigger. I don't think I'm interested in that though, especially with my hero power. Let's roll again. Some more farmers. When you buy or summon a cat, this gains permanent stats. We do have the ability to summon cats still. This just affects a random character in your hand, where this affects the leftmost character and this summons the leftmost character. This is only +2, +1 though. I think I can do better than Cat Choir. So no mana next turn, but an XP here. I think that was worth it. Maybe a roll was better than +1 health on a random card. Kind of tough to say. We do get the Slay there, that's good, because that's going to mean my back line is at least somewhat more formidable as well. And because they're all, or mostly all, ranged characters, they can get some nice bonuses. An agent can actually walk the table here after getting that buff. And I think we took out their egg. Even if we tied the fight, we still gained something there. Okay, a triple for Agent of the Moon, plus another Pirate Gunner. Dying Breath, summon the one leftmost level less than 6 character in your hand. Any of these have the word Slay on them? No. Okay. Simple Dagger, Ares Helmet. Your spells cost 1 gold less, you have 1 more mana. Awkwardly, not as useful with the hero power, maybe? Spells costing 1 gold less is still pretty good, though. But if we're playing a Slay comp, I think I'll just take Simple Dagger. And that's that. I think it's time to sell out of this thing. I want Radiant Fairy, I want Pirate Gunner, and I want Duelist. Can't really grab them all unless I sell through Cat Angel, which feels like a mistake. That's so strong, I have to do that. I think Duelist is going to be important, because Crew Member does fall off later, and you know what? This cat's going to fall off too. So let's get rid of him. Let's play the Duelist. Oh, that's why I want to play both of these, so that way if this dies first, the other one will still get pumped. And then let's free roll, and this is a pirate. +1 for each character in your hand. That doesn't sound super useful. Let's just keep it going here. The pirate, what's it called? The parrot actually survived that. And looks like that will be either a win or... Oh, yeah, because we get the stats, so that is a win. Cool. No, I don't really like the adventuring things. They're kind of weird. This, I think, is cool, though. And then, like, the idea is all of these stats are going to go onto the dagger, and then I can eventually just throw those stats onto the Radiant Fairy, which seems really powerful. I'll take first attack. I am the Sphinx, though, so I could easily get a much more powerful spell, so maybe that makes more sense. Not easily. It'll be a little bit of a puzzle, but I think it's a puzzle that's worth it. And that is kind of how it still feels like the Sphinx, so I guess that's fun. Oh, okay. Only 2 copies to combine. We've seen that before. So now I just get to play whatever spell is in the next shop for free. Not much of a riddle, but let's see what it is. It's a fireball. Your first 2 slays trigger an additional time, and your front row has +2 attack. Wow. Okay, that's just Baba Yaga, but not a support. Just your entire front row gets it. Well, if I want to play slays, it seems very good, but I kind of felt like I was looking to maybe play, like, pirates or fairies or something else interesting. So I don't think I'm going to lock onto it. Plus, it's Baba Yaga, so, like, I'm already familiar with it, and I do want to try to figure out some newer stuff more than I care about just doing powerful things. I think it's more important to do new things right now. Interestingly, the blade will never kill the card. So I could do this for a turn, and then at that point I'm getting out of it. But if I'm going to do that, then I'm basically killing off Agent of the Moon anyways. Little Mermaid is pretty good with Agent, but like I said, I've been there. I've seen that. I want to try out something a little bit newer. Could take Future Vision. I would pick this up if it was free, but I think it's not worth it otherwise. My wearer gains Slay +2/+1 permanently. That's pretty cool. Could throw that on a Radiant Fairy. Let's throw that in here. And I think I will try to eat the parrot, or I just buy a crew member here. Oh, that eats up all my mana. I forgot. Alright, I'll buy a crew member here then. And I think I do want to eat this, and then I'll just play both of these, and I'll be able to summon both of them. So I'm basically going to kill my parrot here, because I have this new Slay item. And I don't want to keep eating into my Agent of the Moon, because it kind of feels like the direction I'm building in, but maybe it isn't. Back Protector protects the Tailor here from my flying. And then I summon this, but there's nothing left to slay, so a little bit awkward. When you triple something, it doesn't gain an additional item slot, though. So that is something really interesting. Every 3 characters you sell, multiply the sell gold by 2. That is crazy. Shop sells an additional item that costs 1 gold less. This is crazy. I feel like this is just broken. But okay, we'll see how it works. So if we take this off of that, yeah, the young parrot has like no stats. So I think the dagger will kill it this turn. Yeah, I'll roll once. Don't want to roll twice though, because it costs a mana. Don't believe items can triple or have any recipes or anything like that. I mean, it's just really good, right? I'll play it. It's cost some mana, so I'm just going to roll and play whatever I land on for free. Alright, I get a free Blizzard. And let's start the fight. Yeah, seems good. And this will summon the other one. Cool, and this has ranged, so Radiant Fairy, again, did not get to slay, but at least we did everything that we're trying to do here with that fight. What does this guy do? Ranged Dying Breath, deal 40% of your hero attack to enemies 3 times. Okay, cool. So now if we look, this has almost no stats. So this is not really a relevant card to me anymore. Oh, you can sell your items back for 1. That's kind of interesting. But I think, like, this is the plan here now, and this seems very, very strong. Could do that for a second, I suppose. Or even that. So I am level 6 here now. Oh, probably should have picked up the pair. Not super useful. Oh, tomorrow's tailor is pumping up your shop. When one of your characters slays, trigger my slay. Plus 15, plus 15. That's Jormungand, baby. Alright, well, I don't really want to just do this because it is something that we've certainly seen, but that's kind of why I'm like gravitating towards it, right? Kind of wanted to try out like some interesting pirate, fairy, monster payoffs here. So I'm not going to pick that up. Summon the one leftmost pirate from your hand and give them my stats times 1. But, okay, crew member can summon Barbarossa. Okay. So maybe I do start trying to scale a Barbarossa because I've got a pirate gunner. Maybe I give this to Barb. I could also give the vampire dagger to Barb as well. Captain Hook. Multiply the starting stats of the one rightmost character in your hand. So rightmost. That's interesting. And then choose a new hero. Come here, baby. Come here. I know. She's getting a little restless. We're gonna call it after this game, which is almost over. Let's see the new hero options. Give your characters +1 permanently for each 2 rounds you keep them. Can't read the bottom of that, which is a little bit awkward. Each fight 2 slays are repeated 1 time. That seems pretty good. I can't read what this says. That's a little bit awkward. First time you reach level 5, get a random level 6 treasure. I wonder if this works right now. Let's test it out for science. It does. The next time you find a level 3 or above treasure, destroy this instead and choose a level 7 treasure. Let's get rid of the strength pebble. Cool. And now I forget what else we were doing, because we've got the opportunity to pick up a level 7 treasure here. So we'll try to get that online as well. That could be a fun way to finish up. And I actually feel like I should just play this. I think either way, these summon the same things. This will always summon Barbarossa, and this will always summon the other Radiant Fairy. Ooh, the flying. Doing me dirty there. Yeah, this is going to be a loss, probably. Seems very likely. I do have some big Radiant Fairies if they can land on each other and then land on Barbarossa, or even if they can just both land on Barbarossa, who does have ranged. And he's slaying. He be slaying. Okay. Barbarossa's gonna get it done. Nice. I mean, the Radiant Fairies are really what got it done there. But Barbarossa is my last remaining character. Let's grab this. So if I can triple the Radiant Fairy, I get a tier 7 treasure, which is cool. If I can also boost King Arthur, I can give it the Vampire Dagger, which is pretty big. And actually, if I just ever decide to put the Vampire Dagger on the Radiant Fairy, especially the tripled Radiant Fairy, that is pretty huge. Steal 2-3 of my adjacent characters' stats for the fight. I keep the stats permanently. Seems a little bit too little too late. More hand summons are probably pretty good. These things aren't super needed. Let's grab a crew member and a duelist, and I'll just order my hand like this. Okay, and we've got the Radiant Fairy triple. So this is going to be a big moment here. We get the triple off the Radiant Fairy, and now your treasure's underline effects are all doubled. When you buy the next 2 characters, triple them. Oh, okay. Or your first character has plus 500 attack. So this gives me 2 treasures. This doubles all my treasures. I guess I'll just take Holy Grail. I think that Golden Mimic is probably pretty good and could be crazy with like the fact that I have Golden Mimic plus the Brooch, which I thought these were called brooches, but Brooch, maybe I'm just wrong. That's probably like a busted combination in the end game, but I'm not there yet. I'm not really trying to make use of the Brooch. It does seem like it's probably pretty busted, like you just sell through everything and then eventually you're infinite. Unless I have this wrong, it feels like you just very quickly just go infinite. So I'll mess around with that. I think this is like a new 1-card hat ball kind of thing. Seems busted though, so I must be misunderstanding something, clearly. And I'll finish off with one final roll. And we'll see where we can get to with that. Probably going to put the Vampire Dagger on the Fairy now, because this is just so much stats. Yeah, 200% of my stats to one of your characters. Your front row boosters boost all of your back row. If a booster or aura character, except this, in the front row dies, keep the buff for the fight. Oh, really interesting. Okay. And I'm just doing all this pirate stuff. I haven't found any, like, huge pirate payoffs. For every 2 of your dead evil characters, summon a random trickster or my monster. Okay. This is the new pumpkin. Surely this must do something. Multiply the starting stats of the one rightmost character in your hand by 2 for the fight. Well, if you only have one thing in your hand, it's both the leftmost and the rightmost. I guess that's the idea. I forgot this is actually like the payoff thing too, so I think this is supposed to go in play. Yeah, Pirate Gunner, we've kind of exhausted her usefulness, though. She's a ranged character. We can build her back up with Barbarossa. Oops. I'm sure that's going to happen a lot. I'm just going to move some things around in a random order. Let's buy this. Roll. Oh, that's right. It auto doubles. Oh, right. Okay, I totally forgot about that. At the start of each turn, remove no. Double your auras. If you have at least one free space on the board, your characters are all upgraded. Yeah. We'll figure out that thing later. Having all of my characters upgraded seems crazy good. I don't need to sell through all of these things. Now, I'm going to be able to upgrade most of these things myself anyways, but these things being upgraded, the summon things, and it says all my characters. Yeah, so that probably includes everything in my hand as well. All of these things being upgraded, though, seems crazy good. Let's see if we can find one more cool pirate to bring us home. Herding dog, not really. Yeah, I'm sure this is busted. Let's grab it. I sold for 2 because I also sold off the item, but that's fine. Double your auras. If you have at most 2 characters of the same level on your starting board, start of each fight, cast Fireball. Start of the next fight, 1 time for each mage on the board. Double your auras. None of these are great. I'm going to do a reroll here. See if we can find anything better. And I'll roll a shop full of spells. Let's play this thing. Alright, I'm kind of just curious what happens when all of these things upgrade here. So, I do probably want to get Mirror Fairy in here, though. So let's take a look. So yeah, that will give me 2 things in, and everything in my hand does upgrade here as well, which allows Mirror Fairy to go crazy, crazy. She only gains the stats times 133%. I don't know what her typical numbers were, though, otherwise. And she doesn't seem to gain stats for things in your hand gaining stats. But still, she's pretty incredible. She went down to 1. Okay. So, just barely grabbing the win there. Got a few more fights. Lily is getting a little bit restless. You know what? I can just let her out of the room. Give me 1 second. Okay, somebody else will let her out for me. And that's part of why she was freaking out, is somebody came home and she could hear them. I'm not sure how much you guys could even hear her, to be honest. So this feels like kind of a broken combo. Crew member plus the Golden King and all of these crew member effects. So now I probably just put, like, scam into all of it. I don't know. I just felt like this was good, just to protect against, like, it'll let me summon my things slowly. Makes sense to me. I do think I want this in play, though, and I probably protect this with that. Yeah, that makes sense. And then I'll try to replace Pirate Gunner with something else cool. And I'll try to just add some other fun cards to my hand. It's not super useful. I don't need to upgrade my cards. That's the funny part. They're already all upgraded. Ooh, book is good scam. And I'm probably done for the turn here. But I would like to sell off this pirate gunner for some other good scam. This is not a pirate. Entrance triggers an additional time. I don't have anything about that. Alright, so maybe even could have sold out of Pirate Gunner just to get more other cool cards onto the board. But yeah, upgraded Book Mage is definitely a strong thing to pick up here. And yeah, just like filling my hand with Book Mages would be really, really strong right now. And we're dealing some nice damages here now. This player was already dead. But I think we came up with some cool stuff in just my second game, figuring some stuff out here. I have a treasure, I think, from a reroll. Your aura and boost after 2 rounds turn into a random 7. Or your front row characters get a buff. I'm not sure if I'll make it another 2 rounds. Oh, I think we will. Your good characters have Slay. Angelic Commander gives 2 of your other angels plus 50% of her starting stats. Not an angel. It is a good character. It's too confusing. I'm not playing angels this time. I'm playing some pirate shenanigans. Definitely would like another Book Mage. Kind of interested in Frankenstein's monster a little bit. This is probably better. I could get rid of this monster charm. Oh, I'm just slowly sapping the health out of my Radiant Fairy, where I'm not sure that's what I mean to be doing. Probably want to like sap here. Your front row boosters, nope. Just looking for like any additional scam. This is actually pretty reasonable scam because I can, but then the book won't upgrade inside. I'll triple the book here. It'll let me find other one. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm sure there's other scam. I know I saw Succubus at one point. When you buy me, I gain 10/10 food stats. Entrants give your characters 100% of their starting food stats only for the fight, so not as food stats, but doubles your food. I just wanted to read it because I rolled past it in the previous game. This is fine there. Double Merlin. Don't need any of these things. Yeah, just rolling for like Succubus basically. I do think that this could be fine. It's just big. It's just large. This is ranged. I think this might actually be the worst thing. Yeah, I think that this is bad because it's not ranged or anything. If it summons first, it's fine. So I guess I should make it to the left. Summoning Radiant Fairy last seems wrong. Yeah, it's probably fine. Kind of am interested in this Radiant Fairy now. I'm putting the puzzle together a little bit more reliably. Figuring out what needs to get done. Alright, I'll just roll it down here to finish off. Can't cast any spells now. So I think now I am looking to triple the book, and that way I can play another Radiant Fairy, which would immediately be upgraded. So it's probably a mistake. I might just pick up the next Radiant Fairy that I see, because I can put all of the other stats on it. Oh, is the other guy not a pirate? That would be crazy. Captain Hook. No, Captain Hook is... Oh, it just summoned in the back row. Oh, I might have messed up my ordering then. I think I did. No, I don't know. This just died early on somehow. Don't have any other good characters besides Radiant Fairy. There's definitely like something close to that all here. But I think I might be done with Captain Hook. It doesn't really seem like it's working the way that I am hoping that it does. Yeah, I think that this is right. At the start of the next fight, Pigo... Sure, that way we can look at the animation. That'll be fun. Can't cast more spells. Alright, I think this is a pretty crazy endgame board here. Next turn we get another level 7 treasure. The animation as it goes behind a curtain. That's pretty silly. This will summon a pair of upgraded Radiant Fairies, which could still potentially land on each other, which is crazy. They don't. I think that landed on Echowood there. And then I get a pair of upgraded monster books, and then this crew member and this crew member, I don't even have enough stats in my hand to actually do anything with them. Monster book Pigo's something else. And Mirror Fairy takes it home. So, oh, they survive at 1 health. Okay, we're going to need 2 more fights here, but we do get 1 more additional tier 7 treasure, and my hero has plus 50 attack now. This is a good pirate. Give a bunch of my stats to the leftmost character in hand. Yeah, I mean, I can cut this. I already have enough summons. Play another Radiant Fairy. That seems good. Oh, now I've got no pirates in hand, so I should actually cut Barbarossa and give this the Vampire Cutlass. Yeah, I'm into it. So I'll cut Barbarossa for any 1 pirate. Or I could just do it like this. Now Barbarossa will summon this. Could do it like this here too, but he does have ranged. don't want to pump up this. Oh, but this is the leftmost pirate. Sure. Okay, there's a lot of things getting optimized here. Gretel is now huge. It's a little bit harder to triple things, but I don't need to triple anything other than like to get rid of this simple dagger. I think I just want another Sinbad. Sure. It's like enough of a downgrade that I actually don't think I take that here. There's grown-up Hansel. And I'm just going to roll it down here to finish things off. These bot battles are taking a while. I think there's actually some decent or reasonable AI behind these bot battles here. Gives me a huge crew member. And this will give me some monster books and radiant fairies. Yeah, this is endgame craziness, and I'm surprised. Are we only hitting people? Do upgraded characters not hit for 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus 6. Maybe they hit for 2. Yeah, upgraded characters only hit for 2. That's interesting. I feel like I should actually ditch the crew member and play... Oh, no, because I need to play down a space on the board. Oh, well. I was thinking I could fit another space onto the board and play an additional mirror fairy. You know what? Let's cut this. Oh, I should have cut Barbarossa, actually. Okay. Barbarossa only summons pirates, which means I put the pirate back into my hand. I play this front line. This can get played front line too. And then it summons all the radiant fairies. No, let's keep this right here. So that way this dies first. Cool. We're almost there. Little bit of a slog at the end here. Oh, Cat Queen. Your characters have +3/+2 for each cat summoned this fight and last fight. Okay, so that's the big kitty payoff there. Cool, cool. And yeah, now I'm just seeing a bunch of cat queens. Could pick up a radiant fairy, replace the simple dagger. That doesn't really do me anything at this point of the game. So I think I'm just rolling down. I'll play a Starlight Strike, and we can't go first. All right, let's hop into it. Final battle of the game. Slow it down a little bit to 1x. We take something out with the Starlight Strike. Barbarossa opens up the catnip. Sinbad goes down and gives a bunch of stats to the characters in my hand, which did pump up my mirror fairies. Okay, I was wrong about that. Then when my opponent eventually takes out my Radiant Fairy, that's going to give a whole bunch of stats to my Mirror Fairies before I summon 2 more Radiant Fairies. Cool stuff. The Radiant Fairies will not go down. No, they're going to stay alive as the Mirror Fairies take out my opponent, and then we hit them for another 16 damages. They are down to -15. So there we go. There is Fairy Tale Fables. That is my first foray into Fairy Tale Fables. Hopefully this was kind of an interesting introduction into what is available in the game and will allow you to follow along with future content if I maybe don't explain every little thing. But I'm going to do most of my coverage and most of my exploration of this game live. I think the next stream I'm going to go through the collection, and I don't really care too much about the heroes, but it would be fun to do a ranking kind of blind without having played any, and then I'll visit it again in 3 months. But what I'm curious about here is let's go through the characters that we haven't seen, if any. I think we've seen most of them. We'll talk about the spells a little bit, and then the treasures. There's a lot of treasures that we haven't seen. So my next planned Fairy Tale Fables content is going to be a deep dive into everything that's available in the game, and then I might, that's going to be a long stream just for that, and I'll probably try to play my first real game of it as well. We'll jump onto the ladder and see what we can do against some real non-bot opponents. But for today, that's going to be it for me. So thank you guys very much for watching. I'm No Lux Given. Peace.